think they're gonna go up, but I'll talk to you, we can talk about that.
Pardon?
I happen to think they're gonna go up,
The property values?
yeah.
Well, if they go up, they would still be lower than if they didn't have the houses put in non-conforming status.
I'll be happy to talk with you about
Okay,
things later.
fair
I
enough.
would have other public comment period here. Anybody else? Kevin?
Kevin Coker, 814 Garfield. Just a quick comment on the going up. I would be curious to listen as well, because
Okay.
the local appraiser with 20 years experience does not believe that that's the case. However, I'm here again to ask and request that you let the people vote on this issue. It's never come to a general vote of the county. I honestly believe, it is my opinion, that although you are hearing us at various levels, you aren't listening to us as a community. You know that the majority opinion of the advisory board that was put together for this purpose, 14-4, supported a 50-foot setback. You know that the planning commission majority supported the 50-foot setback, and that you all as a board unilaterally determined that you wanted 150-foot, despite the fact that there were members of the true majority of these other boards that had a vastly higher level of education and experience in the related fields of science. And as to date, I have not heard from either of you three as to why you decided on the 150, really, why the 150 feet. I believe that, you know, there may be other reasons involved, and I'd like to hear them, because I would like for the majority of the county, whichever way we vote, but for our voices to be heard. I know that you have said at these various public functions that you believe that the majority wants 150 feet and that we're simply the vocal, loud minority. I don't believe it. You know, the advisory board, the planning commission, all of the community meetings from Quilcene and Brennan to Gardner to Micah to Port Townsend, the people there, the vast majority of the people there want the 50-foot setback and believe that that's all that's necessary. And the science doesn't show that 150 feet is required. Last week, a gentleman got a chance to come up and speak, and this format doesn't allow any kind of a rebuttal. So I wanted to simply speak to some comments that were made. This is not an 11th hour process. Although for me, a client who was captured by this 150-foot, it brought it to my attention. People have been fighting and discussing this with you for over 2 years. And I think it's disingenuous for someone to say that this is an 11th hour decision. You all know that we've been discussing this for a long time. It was discussed that the state constitution, we should take a look at it because shorelines are owned by the state. The tidal lands are owned by the state. The shorelines are owned by the people. This 150 feet is private property you're taking. It's ordinary high water mark and back. It's not the tidal lands. I would appreciate an opportunity as your constituent. I'm asking each of you to be honest about your motives and reasoning in the decision. It is because of the majority of Jefferson County wanting a 150-foot setback. Let them speak at the poll booth. If not, I really would appreciate your listening to us and not simply ignoring that vote. The consequences of this for our economy and our environment, our businesses, our quality of life are going to be huge. Thank you.
Anybody else this morning?